27 tempting ways to make a guy want you and dream of being with you. Guys sometimes need a nudge in the right direction. Here's how to make a guy want you so you can cut out the chasing and get down to the fun stuff. Picture the scene. You like a guy. You've tried everything to try and make him ask you out, but he still doesn't seem to get the idea. You think he likes you back because he's showing you a few flirty signs, but he's not doing anything yet. Annoying, right? Basically, you need to give him a serious push in the right direction, and that means learning how to make a guy want you more than anyone else. Once you do that, he'll be asking you out faster than you can answer. It might also be that he's not noticed that you like him yet. Guys can sometimes be oblivious to the flirty signs we send their way. But, with these tips, you'll have him salivating over you and you won't need to do any of the chasing yourself. So, it's time to switch your method up and read about these easy ways to learn how to make a guy want you. 1. Build up the excitement. You want to make him excited and get his adrenaline pumping. The best way to get him aroused is to do a fun activity that forces the adrenaline to rush through his body. This could be riding a roller coaster or going bungee jumping. Believe it or not, excitement stimulates attractiveness and arousal, so get that parachute on. By coming up with exciting ideas, he's bound to want you. 2. Copy him. This might sound like a weird strategy when learning how to make a guy want you. But basically, what you want to do is mimic and mirror the guy. You won't have to try too hard with this one. When you hang out with someone more and more, you end up developing similar mannerisms like listening to the same music, etc. You may not even realize it, but you'll eventually start even copying their gestures. 3. Open up to him. You can only talk about the rain for so many minutes until it's time to get into a deeper conversation. If you can't open up to him, well, he won't open up to you, and then you won't be able to develop a connection. But that means one of you will have to make the first move in opening up. It can be scary, but if you feel that you can trust him as a person, then you should be able to share something personal about yourself. 4. Be around him. Now, don't be stalking him, that's not what we're trying to get at with this one. You want to be around him and spend time with him. The more time you spend with someone, the more attracted you become. Why do celebrities always end up dating people they've done movies with? Because they just spent all day, every day, for the past 6 months with that one person. So, it only makes sense. Try to hang out with him in a group or if you can, solo. We guess this is one of the more obvious strategies for how to make a guy want you. 5. Maintain a little mystery. This is a great lesson in how to make a guy want you. Men like mystery, women like mystery, that's why we love the chase. So, right now, you're trying to lure the guy in and grab his attention. You want to be a little mysterious. Don't be completely silent, just don't give him everything he wants. Keep some information to yourself, it'll make him even more curious about you. 6. Reduce the drama. Listen, men are dramatic. They can be worse than women sometimes. But, one thing we know is that they don't like listening to female gossip. If a guy doesn't like another guy, he makes it clear. But we women aren't that upfront with our emotions, thus, it turns into gossip. So, instead of telling him your daily gossip news, call your best friend and unleash it onto them. It's better that way, especially if you're unable to not spread gossip. The bottom line is, don't gossip because it makes you look like an asshole. 7. Work your feminine side. Being feminine isn't a negative trait. People always think it means that the woman is fragile and weak, but that isn't what femininity is. You can wear a dress and makeup and still be a strong woman. It's okay to tap into your feminine side and sit with your legs closed or chew with your mouth shut. These things don't make you a weak woman. So, throw out those misconceptions, and if you feel like showing your feminine side, then show it. Plus, men appreciate a woman who is strong and can still show her femininity. 8. Don't be clingy. For the love of God, if you want to learn how to make a guy want you, then do not be clingy. Yeah. Remember that guy who texted you once, and then he texted you again and again and again until you finally answered him. That relationship didn't go too far, eh? People, in general, don't like clingy people. It makes them feel suffocated. Men are people. They don't want a woman who is dependent and constantly needs attention and confirmation. So, if you want him to become interested in you, hang out with him, text him, do all those things. However, don't become suffocating. Let him ask you to hang out and start the conversation sometimes. 9. Get his nose sniffing. Why don't you attract him with your scent? Sounds a little animalistic, right? But, at the end of the day, that's what we are. So, spritz a little of your favorite perfume on. A little. Let's not smell like the entire bottle, and make him go crazy for that sexy and sensual scent. This is a scientifically proven strategy on how to get a guy to want you. 10. Flirt, but not too much. Flirt. We highly recommend it because it's fun and you can push the boundaries while keeping it in the fun zone. But don't go too far with the flirtatious boundaries. You want to pull him and keep him interested. Flirt and then pull back a little. You're trying to get him to chase you. If you lay out all of your best flirtatious moves right away, well, you won't last long. If you want him, you're going to have to take control of the situation. 11. Have your own life. The worst thing that can happen is letting him see that he's the only thing that's going on in your life. Even if that's true, you can't let him know that. Guys are interested in girls who are usually busy making plans for themselves. You need to have your own life and activities that don't include him. It not only will give you self-confidence, but it shows that he's not your first priority, even though you'd like him to be. Never make a guy your number one. That is something you always need to remember, but especially when learning how to make a guy want you. 12. Show an interest in his life. We know this seems obvious, but there's a certain belief in society that says the guy should be into the girl and not really vice versa. We think they should ask us all the questions. And then we just kind of shrug off their hobbies like they're nothing. Don't do this. Take an active interest in his life and get him talking about the stuff he loves. When he associates you with such a great conversation and a care for what he likes, he'll always think highly of you. 13. Mix things up and keep things interesting. As mentioned earlier, guys don't have the best attention spans. What you really have to do is keep things interesting. Make him guess about what you'll do next. Never be predictable. The more entertaining you are this way, the more he'll crave being around you. When he's not sure what you'll say or do, it'll keep him on his toes and keep him interested. 14. Slowly show your sexy side. You have to make him want more, not give him the whole thing right away. That being said, you do want to show him you're a sexual person. Most guys love sex and they're very in touch with that side of them. But so are you. Just because you don't want to appear easy doesn't mean you have to hold back completely. So make a dirty joke every now and then to show him he can eventually get that full side of you. 15. Be upfront about how you feel. Being blunt isn't something a lot of women do. And you know what? Guys love it. One thing guys fear most when dating women is that it'll all be a guessing game. They'll have to wonder how you're feeling and read all these hints that they'll inevitably get wrong. They hate that. This means you can be upfront and tell him you like him and that you want to keep seeing him. It'll pay off for sure. 16. Tell him he's funny. Guys love to be the funny ones. It's known that the more a girl can laugh with a guy, the more she likes him. It also just gives his ego a boost. When he thinks about how great you make him feel, he'll have a hard time looking at any other woman. So make sure he knows you think he's funny and you'll quickly see it's one of the best ways to learn how to make a guy want you. 17. Don't be afraid to be a little weird and silly. Many women try to act so calm, cool, and collected on a date. You know what'll make a guy remember you instead of those other girls? Being weird and goofy and showing your silly side. We all have them. Let it out. Get weird. Be yourself and don't hold back. The more fun he has and the more entertaining you are, the more likely it is that he'll think of you the next time he wants to go out for a bite. 18. Don't divulge your entire past at once. We all have a history. That doesn't mean you should be spilling your guts to him on the first couple dates. You can hint at certain things but don't drag down the mood with tragic stories. Keep them to yourself. Also, avoid talking about exes at all costs. 19. Dress to feel good. This doesn't necessarily mean to dress super sexy or stunning. You should dress in what makes you feel good. The better you feel, the more comfortable you'll be on the date. And that means you'll let more of your true personality come out and he'll be able to pick up on that easily. This is one of the key ways to learn how to make a guy want you, by being yourself. 20. Let him do favors for you. This could be as simple as borrowing his pen. Psychologists found out that if you do small favors for someone, you feel warmth toward them. Men, in particular, will start to feel that they're needed and that they're important. They will want this feeling and, therefore, think that they're attracted to you. 21. Get a little closer to him. Go where he goes, without being annoying. Being in close proximity to someone is possibly the most important trick in this list. If there's a chance for you to sit beside him, do it. If you're having an office party and everyone is getting rowdy, approach him for a selfie. Physical closeness will spark attraction and could lead him to open up his feelings for you. 22. Introduce him to something new. It could be a new TV show, a new pub in town, a new food, a new hobby, or a new sport. Activities like this will give him an endorphin rush, which he will associate with you. This high feeling will condition him, making him think he's also falling in love with you. If you're having so much fun doing all these things, he better be, anyway. 23. Act like you don't need a man. Because you don't. We're not suggesting that you turn into an angry feminist, but avoid being that girl who whines all the time that she's single. You can talk about your singlehood over a beer with your girlfriends, but don't do it with the guy you like. Even if he's interested in you, if he feels like you need a man to be happy or that no guy shows any kind of interest in you, he'll hide in his shell or start to behave in an aloof manner because he'll assume you need him anyway. Men want women who feel complete and are 100% okay being alone. 24. Smile slowly. Yes, it may sound weird, but there's a study that says that smiling slowly, rather than very quickly, makes you appear more genuine. Likewise, if you flash a very quick grin, the recipient might feel like you really don't mean it. If you want to attract a man, take it nice, slow, and mischievous when you smile. 25. If someone else likes you, make sure he finds out. Drop hints that someone is crazy for you to speed things up. Men like competition, and if the man of your dreams is taking small strides, the best way for him to amp up into a sprint is by informing him that he has competition. One sneaky way to do this is by letting your friends tease you when he's around or by letting them tell him, accidentally, about the other guy. 26. Don't reply to his texts too quickly. The game is called, Who's the Coolest, Most Relaxed Texter, and the players are you and him. This even works on your boyfriend or husband. If you text right away, your guy will feel reassured that you like him more than he likes you. He'll get lazy, especially if he's not serious about you yet. In fact, men sometimes get bored because of that. They text once, and you text thrice. Where's the challenge in that? We know it shouldn't be a game, but when you're flirting with someone, you have no choice but to play at least initially. Reply at least an hour after you received his text to keep him on his toes, unless you're both having a texting conversation. 27. Turn down his invites once in a while. If you want to take things to the next level, make him feel like your world is not revolving around him. Say no to some of his invites. Not only will this make him wonder if you're seeing someone, this will also challenge him to do better with whatever it is he's doing with you, because it might not be working anymore. In other words, he'll try to find better ways to please you. Through all these tips, there's a common thread: not to look overly interested. It's not as easy as it looks. But if you follow these tips, you'll become a master at knowing how to get a guy to want